Hi everybody, Thomas Miller. Welcome back to another video version of the Fun Astrology podcast. We're going to take a look at, what we have in the chart today already? 2 Yods, not 1, 2. So we're going to talk about that second one and what it brings us. First thing is just to note that the moon has already moved into Leo, so we have a 2-degree Leo moon this morning as we're kind of getting up. This is the sunrise. Oh, we mentioned this on the podcast last week. The oracle planet. So see, the sun is sitting just here before sunrise. Uranus has already come up a long while, but the oracle planet, at least in natal astrology, now I mentioned on the audio podcast that this is, we'll see, but it is the planet that kind of says, hey world, the day is beginning. And in your natal chart, if you move your chart back to this position right here in your natal astrology chart, you'll have to get some software that allows you to move the chart. Move it back to where the sun is just coming up, or you can even set it to sun at the cusp of the first house for that day. And then you look and see which planet is right before the sun. Now, this is kind of interesting because that's the part of fortune in Astro Gold, which I use. Could we say part of fortune? I think we're kind of making up our own rules here, so I don't know. But the part of fortune is actually, technically, on my chart, the thing that's coming up. So I'll take a good day. Will you? Of course we will. But as far as the planets, the 10 planets and luminaries, Uranus is the one that came up before the sun. So I don't know. It's just kind of an interesting thing, and I would say that these are strange times, so it kind of fits the narrative. This goes on we calculated it on the audio podcast. It's another couple of weeks, and then basically, it's until, until Jupiter, I guess, moves in between, but it starts to change, and then all of a sudden Uranus is not the oracle planet anymore, and it goes on down through the rest of the year otherwise. Okay, let's look at this other yod. The tip of the yod is Neptune. We have the south node. So see, these are not going to move very fast. South node has just now, as you know, entered the new sign of Libra. North node is in Aries. We talked about that yesterday. And then the other side of this is, let's see, over here, Venus, which is getting ready to go retrograde. So that's not going to change much either. This is going to be with us and not break up until August 3rd. Rest of July, okay? And then we still have the one we mentioned yesterday with Neptune and Pluto at the base. There's the sextile line right there running up here to these two guys, Venus and Mars, at the tip. So that one is going this way now. This one is coming down this way. 2 very powerful yods. How do we look at this? With Neptune up at the tip, and we have the south node down here. And by the way, I'm going to mention, too, that an astrologer that I follow on Twitter, and I think he also does a video podcast, S.J. Anderson, pointed out that when this nodal axis, north in Aries, south in Libra, tsunamis, and right now we have a big major tsunami warning off the coast of Alaska. So, from the you can't make this up department. So here's Libra, and then we have Venus getting ready to go into retrograde, which is, let's take one aspect of Venus that often doesn't get mentioned. We talk about love and money, but what about everything that is dear to us? What about everything that we value? What about everything that's important? What about our possessions? What about those things that we consider beautiful in our lives? All of that is going to get put under the microscope of retrospection. We're going to bring it in. We're going to think about it. We're going to digest it. We're going to work through issues that might still be lingering in those areas that come up during this time. Well, it depends really on which side of this, I think, you're on. Which side of your timeline are you on? If you're on your highest timeline, this could be a wonderful time of all kinds of inspirations. In fact, with this down here being ruled by this over here, you see what we got going on, right? So it really is going to be a time to bring ourselves into that inner component of the things that we value, the things that we love. And we're going to filter them through the inspiration of Neptune. Or it's going to be lies and deception, illusion, delusion of all those things. And we could be living in a fog, and we could be telling ourselves things that simply aren't true. We could be looking at life, especially in these areas of love and money, etc., in a way that is just off. It's just delusional. And this down here, remember, this is a trouble spot. So what this one thing about this, we talked about this on the July 6th audio Fun Astrology podcast. Talked about this a lot. But one of the things about what that could mean is that we don't give ourselves enough love. So it could be a time that we get completely distracted, we neglect our self-care, we abandon what we need to be doing every day in order to stay on our game. That's what could be. And this goes, again, through the rest of July. So this is a time to game up. This is where you get to make a choice. You get to say, which side of this am I going to be on? Am I going to be on that foggy, illusional side of that planet, Neptune? Or am I going to be on the highest timeline, which brings all of the essence of your spirituality and even your reconnection with Source to the table? On my Subconscious Mind Mastery podcast on Sundays, we've been doing this Sundays series where we've been exploring spirituality along with some meditations. So if you'd like to catch that, it's the Subconscious Mind Mastery podcast. And we're talking, in essence, about how to be on your highest game right here. Sorry, I hit the mic thing. Just getting this figured out again. But it's time to be on your highest spiritual timeline game. And that's a choice that only you and I can make individually. That's the Yod that's with us for the rest of the month. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you not tomorrow. I'm going to skip tomorrow. We'll be back on Thursday to start taking a look at Venus going retrograde. Thanks for watching. See you on the audio podcasts as well. Oh, and let me tell you, Robert Glasscock and I do a podcast called Old Soul, New Soul that is chock full of amazing astrological learning. Hope you'll join us there too. Have a great day.